Hello, this is Ian. Welcome to another video. Today we are doing another short story, but it has nothing to do with the Clockwork Chronicles. We are doing another story, a sequel to the Corgi and the Cat. And yeah, so there's just fun. It's like the idea I have, it's fun. Like at first it was a joke, but then I thought about how I could make it an actual video, an actual story, and I'm like, yes. And whether or not you want to think about it, I thought about it last night, and if you know from Stampy's Discord, which should be public by now, it is public. This was an idea that sprung from the Discord when it was still in beta. But this just gets even more interesting. Corgi and the cat. The haunted hit the target doll. Here's a heads up. If you don't like scary stuff, like scary dolls that come to life, or have a phobia of dolls, please do not watch this video. Just for your information. And yeah, if you are under the age of 13, I think it's fine, but it can be scary for some people. So just a heads up. I'm sequel of a short story fan fiction featuring Stampy and his real life dog, a little corgi named Alex. Sqaishey is not in this one this time, unfortunately. It just didn't make sense. Just the two of them. I don't know where she is. She's somewhere. She's somewhere. Get right into it, I guess. It was another ordinary day in the real world as Stampy was preparing for a brand new day, hoping he could get set up to stream something new today. Something he hadn't done before. It would be fun to try something new and branch out a little bit, even though most of his viewers prefer Minecraft content. Keep in mind. As he was preparing breakfast for himself, Alex close at his heels. He could hear a subtle but very clear knock at his front door, which made him hesitate for a moment. He put down whatever he was working on and headed for the door, wondering if someone else had come in. He didn't recall ordering anything, though. Was it for Sqaishey? He had to find out, just to be sure it wasn't important. But before Stampy opened the door, he peeked through the front window, surprised to see that it was empty. There was no one in sight. Not even a vehicle signifying that someone was there. Only a small box at the base of his door. A 30 by 30 container that didn't seem to have any labeling on its front. Had a fan given it to him? Or had they assumed this was his house and put it here? What if this was for someone else? Nervously, making sure Alex wouldn't run out the front door, he walked over and opened it, reaching down and picked up the package, which felt light in his hands. Closed the door behind him as he glanced from side to side, making sure nothing was out of the ordinary. He wasn't sure why he felt so nervous. Something about this didn't feel right. He walked over to his kitchen and put the box on the kitchen table, seeing Alex wagging her tail excitedly at his heels. Her tongue was lolling out like she was ignoring herself. "What do you think is in here, Alex?" Stampy asked her excitedly, trying to ease his own nerves, not wanting his dog to worry about something was wrong. She was a very happy puppy, and seeing her happy and well made him happy. He carefully opened the box and to see red and black wrappings inside. He pulled them away to find something inside. There looked to be a doll inside the box. It looked very similar to his target. No, it looked exactly like the target. The plush doll wore the same iconic red and gold robes with the golden crown on his head. His tinted green skin was detailed down to the smallest speck, and his permanent scowl defined clearly with his moustache, which seemed to be made out of sheep wool. On top of the doll was a note. The note wasn't large, only folded together about 4 times. The edges of it seemed to have yellowed as he reached down to pick it up and open it. Well, this is interesting, Stampy said softly. This is from 3 fans of mine named Henry, Thomas, and Teresa. They wanted to give this toy to you, Alex. How sweet! He picked up the plush doll, holding it firm on the middle as he examined it, making sure there were no rips or tears. It was seamless and untainted. A homemade doll. I suppose you can play with this today's stream, Alex. Stampy said cheerfully as he handed the jumping puppy to the doll. Wow. The excitement in her eyes seemed to glow with intensity. She chomped on toy and startled back when a voice came out of what was the speaker. It's the evil Stampy Longnose! The voice shouted, crisp resemblance of his target's voice. Stampy couldn't help but crack up as he went to pick up the toy. It's okay, Alex. It's just a toy. Stark isn't really here, he said simply as he tried to give it to her again, only to see her run off, probably in search of another item to play with. Something not so traumatizing, he suppose. Alright then, I guess you can sit on the shelf for now if Alex doesn't want to play with you, the young man muttered to the doll as he finished what he was doing and went to the office with the doll. Stampy put the doll on the shelf, making sure it was stable as he did so, going back to his desk as he finished setting up his stream. He wanted to start a little earlier than usual today, just to give other people a chance to watch the stream when it was live. Once he was finished scheduling it, he left the room to do a few other things that needed to be done. However, when he got back into his office, he found the doll had fallen off the shelf, somehow, and landed on the carpeted floor. Typical doll behavior, especially when they're haunted. Puzzled, he picked it back up again and looked at it, squeezing the squeaker again. It's the evil Stampy Longnose! The doll hollered again as Stampy shook his head, replacing the doll back where he had left it, walking over to his desk, making sure everything was set up. He could see there were people in the chat waiting for him to start. Nothing seemed too out of ordinary at first as he began his stream. I started to play the game he had chosen for the day. As he continued, though, he noticed that there were a few people mentioning that something was wrong with the doll behind him. Stampy glanced at his face cam briefly, not noticing anything too out of the ordinary, as he ignored it, but as the minutes went on, more and more people were mentioning, making him feel that maybe they weren't trolling him this time. What's wrong with Hit the Target doll behind me? The young man finally asked as he looked back at his face cam, stopping what he was doing as he looked back at the doll, who had fallen back onto the floor, standing up, its once beady black eyes turned red with rage. It's the evil Stampy Longnose! The target screamed, startling Stampy as he realized that nothing was triggering the voice box inside. What's going on? He asked, momentarily confused as he went to stand, stopping himself when he noticed the game on his television was glitching. It's the evil Stampy Longnose! The target doll declared. Stampy struggled to figure out what to do. He decided to jump out of his chair just as the doll suddenly lunged at him. Stampy rushed over to the couch and grabbed one of the pillows just as the doll ran at him, screaming the phrase over and over before Stampy pinned it to the ground with the pillow, smothering it out as he panted from shock and confusion. The doll finally stilled. Shouts it was emitting silenced. As Stampy stood up and brushed himself off. That was certainly unexpected. It certainly was, Stampy, a voice said from over by the television. Stampy looked to see, to his surprise, that the game had disappeared completely, and in its place sits a target. He looked over at his stream and could see that the screen had glitched out, and so had the chat. What have you done? Stampy asked his nemesis. The target laughed through the television. Only what I needed to do to ensure that I had your attention. Well, you definitely have it now, Stampy replied brutally, as he crossed his arms. What do you want? Oh, you know what I want, Stampy. The man mused with a chuckle. You've been so selfish and ignorant for years, not just to me, but to your fans here that want more than what you've been giving them. What? You want me to play Minecraft more? Again? I have been, the YouTuber insisted. Indeed, but people want a battle between us. Do you find anything? Shh, the man stated simply. Stampy feeling very unsettled as the man looked right into his eyes, and it felt like as if the man was staring right into his soul. He gave them a chance to speak for themselves. Don't glitch out the chat, the young man retorted. Unless they give you tips. Oh no, Stampy. That just won't do, the man laughed. You say you're an expert, so why don't you come to your lovely world and face me? And if I don't, Stampy asked, then kiss all your streaming days goodbye. The man, you can't do that, Stampy demanded. With the machine I have, I can manipulate everything on screen and make people see what I want them to see. No one will ever want to watch one of your pathetic streams again once I'm done. They're not pathetic, the Stampy interjected. They are to me, the man snapped. Now get off that stupid game and get in here and face me before I take my opportunity to take your dogs and simply take over the world. Your choice. You know I can't let you do that, Stampy persisted. And you know what you have to do, Stampy Cat, the man said simply. All right, I'll get on. Stampy said with a sigh as he got back to his office chair and left the game he was in. He had the target screen disappearing as he switched into Minecraft. It might take a while, though. I'm sure it will, the man said with mild annoyance. As Stampy managed to get on the home screen, noticing that his screen on the live stream was somewhat working. Instead of his face cam, no, it was the face of its target. Looking back at it, he had to figure out a way to destroy whatever machine his target claimed to have. Can the chat still hear me? Stampy asked. Not sure if the target would answer, but the chat still remained frozen. He felt let out a sigh. He looked over to see his donations and noticed that all the messages had been retracted or deleted. I made sure I was thorough this time, the target replied. See what his nemesis was doing. Not even donations can help you for long, whatever they are. So irritating sometimes, his target. Stampy said with a groan. I know, the man said with a chuckle. Finally, Stampy was able to load into his lovely world, looking around his surroundings as he tried to figure out what he should do. Should he try to get supplies? He already had his sword and bow on him, but he didn't know what his target would have. But he had to do this. Are you at the castle? Stampy asked his nemesis simply, trying his best to think of some way to get around this. Should he sneak around and bypass his target and be dash? Could he outsmart them both? I am, but you must remember, Stampy, I can see your screen just as everyone else. So if you get out of line, I will know, the man said simply. This is crazy, Stampy said with a sigh as he left his bedroom, leaving Barnaby sitting on the dog bed behind, not wanting to put him in any danger. This was between his target and him. He continued down and into the storage room and out of the house as he walked down the branches spruce checkered path. As he continued, he noticed something at the side of the screen that surprised him, but he quickly decided not to mention it as he walked on, not wanting his target to take any notice, but gave him hope as he recognized the name. Hurry up, Stampy, we don't have much time, Stark stated firmly. Why the hurry? I'll be there when I'll be there, Stampy said simply. Or will your machine run out of power if I stay stall long enough? That's not the case, the man snapped. How can I be sure? Stampy pondered. Well, all I know, your machine isn't even stable, and it will end up giving out. Perhaps I can still take back control. Just come to the castle and get settled this, the man snapped coldly. That's all you need to do. Sure you don't want anything on the way? Like some ice cream from the ice cream shop or some cake from my hot buns? Don't tempt me with your little detour, Stampy. We don't have time for this nonsense. You may not have time, but I need some content to be interesting. Stampy said with a chuckle. That's what you want, isn't it? More fun content? Nothing about what you do in the lovely world is fun, Stampy. Stated. I beg to differ. Stampy replied simply. You surely have fun trying to stop me and take over my world. Well, perhaps, the man said slowly. But that's besides the point. Is there even a point to this? Stampy asked. Do I have a choice to do your bidding? Not really. Because I know that's what some of these people want. Today was a chill day for a fun new game. Fortunately for us, you came and ruined it. This will be better. Trust me, Stampy. It's territory. We'll see, the young man said with amusement. I'm getting close now. Can you see me? Yes, I can see you, Stampy, Target stated, as Stampy walked up to the castle, seeing Hit the Target standing on the roof with a bow and arrow in his hand. Do you want to come down and face me, or me to come up there? Stampy asked him, as he looked back up at the man. You know you wouldn't get a chance to climb up my ladder, the man sneered. I'd just knock you back down. That's not my intent, Stampy replied, as he extended an ender pearl and threw it towards the roof of the castle, landing perfectly behind the villain as he pushed him off. Hit the Target hollered in surprise as he fell towards the ground, groaning as he made impact. What? How? Hit the Target stammered as Stampy pulled out his own bow and aimed it at his nemesis. Look what's the advantage now? Stampy as he raised an eyebrow. That wasn't called for, Hit the Target bellowed. We never actually went over what was fair or not, Stampy replied as he glanced back toward the stream, noticing the live chat firing back up. Instantly, messages firing off faster than he could read them. And it also looks like the machine failed. I still have control, Target started, before he spotted someone walking out of the castle with the remain of a machine in hand, thrusting it down into the lava pit below before vanishing completely. Stampy didn't get a close look at them, but he didn't need to. His distraction had given his ally a chance to act, so Target even noticed it. Well, looks like this battle is over before it began, Stampy mused as he jumped off the castle, as Hit the Target began running off, Stampy not too far behind, waiting until he was too far away before he stopped. Suddenly, he heard a squeal from behind him, as he turned to see Alex had come in at some point, now attacking the door. Its squeaker seeming to be punctured. Good girl, Alex. Good girl, Stampy said with a smile, as the little Corgi bounded up to him and took the toy from her and then threw it across the room. So much for that haunted toy, huh? He looked back at the cat chat, seeing it begin to slow down again, as he smiled. Everyone had messages of both celebration and concern. Most of them had seen the whole ordeal, hearing everything that had happened. It's a wild ride, but one he would never forget. Neither would the chat. He was pretty okay with that. These kind of stories are okay, because they were based on real life. I have to be careful when I do Hit the Target attacks, because I don't want to steal any ideas from Stampy. I want him to do stuff. He's got an idea already, but I don't know what it is. So don't ask me. I don't know. I don't want to know. It's just nice to know that he's thinking about them. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's a simple one, and I have to make a thumbnail. I'll try to do another pattern. This would be cool. I have an idea, but I don't know how it'll go. We'll see. We'll see. I will see you in the next one, I guess. It's probably going to be either on Tuesday or Thursday. Probably next Tuesday as of recording. Yeah. I messed up something and I'm just like, ugh. It's unfortunate, but we'll get through it. Yeah, anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Get back.